Hello, and welcome to the next episode of the Shameless Freedom Podcast. And today I want to talk about the topic around it being too expensive. And I hear this all the time. I'd love to do that, but it's too expensive. And I totally get investing in ourselves can feel scary, especially when our life is full. However, I want you to dig deeper and understand what's really underneath it. Because cost isn't just about money, it's about time, energy, and commitment. And the truth of the matter is, we are spending money on so many things. I have seen women say, I'm sorry, I can't afford this, and then go and spend $300 on clothes, jewelry, etc. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. However, what is it that you really want? And that's what I'd like you to think for a moment. Feel into something that you said that you've wanted, but you said it was too expensive. And you know why you want it, but let's recap why you want it. And then go into, well, what is stopping you from saying yes? Now, here's the thing. I am not someone who's going to want to push you to put yourself into a ton of debt because you want something. However, at the same time, it's extremely important to know that there are universal laws at play. There is the law of order. And the law of order says you must decide first. And then the ways and the means come. Now, what I mean by that is you can't necessarily wait until all the money's in the bank. You see, here's the thing. We think to ourselves, well, I really want to do that, but it's too much money. I'll save up money and then I'll buy. And then something else comes up and you use the money for something else, so you never get to buy the thing that you want. And this is where this universal law comes into play, because how bad do you want it? Do you really desire it? I've experienced this many times in my life. When I came back from my first trip to Costa Rica and I bought a ballroom gown that I wasn't planning on buying, but it called to me. It was fun. It was playful. It was wild and crazy, let me tell you. But it felt amazing. And I remember when I put that dress on, when it was paid, put it on, and got to compete in it, the tapes in my head, the old lies, the old stories around money and my views around money and what I should or should not spend money on, how frivolous it was for me to spend thousands of dollars on a dress when I could have invested it and used that money elsewhere. Well, who is to decide that? I get to decide my desires. My desires come from my heart. They're truly from the divine. So if I have a desire, who are you to tell me that I shouldn't spend that money on the thing that I want? If you have something that's kind of come up in your field and you want to say yes to it, but you stop yourself because you think, "Ah, it's expensive, I just don't have the money." My first advice to you is this. Notice what you're saying. Notice the first thought in your head. What is naturally coming out? And if the first thought that comes to your head is, I can't afford it, it's too much, stop and become aware. Where are these thoughts coming from? Is this really true or is it a story? Now, let me tell you, I have had to do a ton of work in this area and create awarenesses around what my beliefs were around money and around worthiness, because they are all connected. You can say you believe there's an abundance of money out there and that when the desire is here, the supply is ready for you right here, right now. But if you don't believe that you are worthy and deserving of receiving that, it's not going to happen. And I want to invite you into the first step in understanding your worthiness and your money in abundance challenges. I don't want to say issues, challenges, opportunities. You need to be able to explore and focus on these things on a regular basis. You've got to be intentional. You have got to do mindset and embodiment work on a regular basis. If you are not, you're never going to get a pass. This is too expensive. You are going to be in a point of always saying the things that you want are too expensive because there's a law of order. And the law of order says you have to decide first and then the ways and the means come. You have to trust that God, the universe, is going to provide. I have a variety of examples in my own life, in addition to the ballroom gown. Even as I was hiring people for my event, um, I got a quote that was more than I wanted to spend. And I really felt into it and had to say to myself, what do I really want? I am envisioning this amazing luxury experience for my clients. That's what this is about. This is not about cutting corners. This is not about worrying about where the money is going to come from. This is about full and complete trust. And I had to ask myself a series of questions. Actually, I will admit, I had a friend ask me a series of questions. And it was, is this in alignment? If you hire this person, how will it feel? Put the doubts aside for a minute. Let's focus on the desire. It was really powerful exercise because it was so in alignment. It felt right. It was the fear. I don't want to spend the money on it. Where's the money going to come from? How is it? You know what? That's not my job to figure out. Remember, it is our job to define the what, and it is God's job to define the how. But we like to be in control. We like to try to jump in and try to control things. And when we do that, we lose our power. We give power away to money, to other people, and we shrink. Here's the truth. You are going to be tested, for lack of a better term. I was tested. I had to sit in this energy and say, what do I really want? I could try to do some other options, make it cheaper, but it might not be in alignment. And then I'm gonna spend more time and money trying to figure this out when God made this easy. Like I'm saying I'm up leveling, I'm saying I'm doing all of these things. And I think it's important to understand these examples that everyone goes through, especially all of those who have made six, seven, eight-figure businesses. They've all been here. They've had these experiences. They will tell you if you ask. No one just has things happen just like that. The money isn't just in your bank account because you say you want it there. No, you have to take an action first. You just have to step forward in faith. Whether this is one of my programs, whether this is someone else's program, it doesn't matter. Need to be able to get to the truth. It's really about the truth. What's the desire? What do you really want? Is it really in alignment? And what is it that's really holding you back? Because money is just energy. It's not about the money. We think it's about the money, but it's never about the money. It just covers up what's underneath it. I want you to watch your words and to not say it's too expensive. If you want something, claim it. Allow yourself the space to say, I desire this for me. I want this for me. And feel into it. Allow your body to feel safe. Now, you might actually be scared, and that's okay. I've been there too before. When I was like, yep, I have this desire, I want it, and I was like, oh shit, what did I just do? Crap. Did I just invest all that money? Is this really going to work? How's it going to happen? No. Let me help you move through that. You see, here's the truth. Sex, love, money, they all go together. You can focus on just money issues if you want. However, you're eventually going to need to focus on the sexuality and the love issues that go along with it because they're all tied together. What if opening up to healing your sexuality allowed you to open up to receive more, and it allowed you to then receive more abundance, abundance of money, support, love, you name it. But you have to be open to receive. It's not about chasing. It's not about saving all this money to try to go buy something. It's not how energy works. You can create so much more than what you currently have when you truly and utterly believe. And you catch yourself when you say something is too expensive and you don't want to spend money on it. You can start with large things. You can start with small things. One of my favorites is when I would say, I'm not spending more than $5 on a bag of chips. And then I had to stop saying that to myself because put me in this scarcity mentality. I want you to move out of scarcity mentality into an abundance mentality. And when you open up your heart, your body, and your mind to receiving, to feeling safe in the feminine, you can allow more of that money in. But if you never invest the money, you're never going to have it. You can say over and over again, yes, when I make the money, I'll do it. When I make the money, well, what if it never comes? What if you could trust? What if you could allow yourself to be in the space of curiosity and trusting yourself, trusting God, the universe, that you were meant to have all that you desire? Imagine if you never had to say the words, it's too expensive, or you could buy things and not worry about how much they cost. Wouldn't it be a lovely universe that you didn't have to worry about that? You just did what you desired, because that's truly what God wants for us. He wants us to have all that we desire. But we have to receive, to let it all in. Are you ready to let all of that in for you? Open up your heart, open up your mind, your body to receiving more, more pleasure, more love, more money, more abundance, more bliss, more ecstasy, more of whatever you want, more, please. It is all here for you. Allow yourself to say yes.